Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you like to hear someone talk about their pets, go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons down below because it's kind of what I'm here for. Today's video is just going to be real quick. I upgraded my Tegu enclosure and I wanted to share it with you guys. This is not going to be Keanu's final enclosure. It's what I'm hoping he will be able to stay in for until next summer. So for at least a year, probably a little bit less than a year. Beginning of next summer, we're gonna start the big build for Keanu. But for now, it is this enclosure that is behind me, and it's two 4x2x2 Zen Habitat enclosures with the added piece for the middle to where you can make it all one big piece, making it 8 foot by 2 feet by 2 feet. And it's great for his size right now, for sure. Like I said, this is not his permanent enclosure. I'm just hoping it's going to help him out until the beginning of next summer. So let me go ahead and show it to you guys the best I can. I'm trying to get him out and entice him out with a little bit of a quail egg in there. Well, with a quail egg in there. But since I've moved him into this new enclosure because it's on the ground and he was up on that high one before, he is seeing a lot more stuff happening in the room, so he's gotten a lot more nervous in this enclosure. He also has a lot more space and a lot more places to hide, so I think he's just a little bit more comfortable, but also he's only been in here for a few days, so he's not really out and about, not used to us walking by it where he can see us all the time and things like that. But behind me you can see this right here is just a floodlight to help with the heat. Right here you can't really see it, but you can see the light from it. There is a long linear UVB bulb, and then on that side I've got the basking spot, which actually I did add another mercury vapor bulb, so it's got heat, UVA, UVB, and then there's another heat lamp next to it, which is just a floodlight. I do have a lot of lights on this enclosure because I want him to have, it was the easiest way for me to have a good basking spot. This linear bulb, I don't necessarily trust the UVB output. I have a solar meter and it isn't quite where I want it to be, but I appreciate the lighting in the middle of the tank, so I went ahead and left it. It's not producing enough UVB for what he needs. So the basking spot over here is where he does get a lot more of that UVB. It's within the ranges of what he needs. It's not gonna hurt him to have that little bit extra in the middle. And then this is to help get that basking temperature to where I want it, which I personally, especially since he's a younger Tegu, I like to keep it at about 115. This floodlight over here, it keeps this side of the enclosure at about 100 degrees. And then in the middle, it actually goes down to about 88 degrees. So there's definitely a way for him to regulate temperatures and get what he needs. He does utilize every single little bit of this space, which is awesome, and I'm super, super excited to see. And let me take you guys a little bit closer to see a little bit more. So this side right over here is where his water dish is. I've got just a little fake plant. There are isopods and springtails in here. There's this beautiful, this is that large piece of corkwood that you guys saw in my last reptile show haul. There's a couple more plants, some leaf litter. He's actually right in here. I don't know. We'll look at to see him from the other side a little bit better. And like I said, a water dish. His substrate in here is a combination of play sand, topsoil, and cypress mulch. It actually holds his burrows super, super well. You can actually see 2 of his burrows right here. And this one he made on the first day. It's held really, really well. And then he just started to make this one. I don't think he actually fully made it. I've got him a little quail egg there in hopes he'll come out a little bit more, but I don't know if he will or not. If that does not work, then of course I can entice him. Ooh, it's lighted up really weird on camera underneath that UV bulb. But yeah, this corkwood, he's a fan of. There he is. There's Keanu. Definitely tell he's a lot more nervous in here, but like I said, he's only been in here for a couple days. And then I've just got a couple pieces of wood right in here with some fake plants. That's this half of the 8x2x2. And then over here, you can just see those pieces of wood a little bit better. He kind of has started trying to burrow in right there. And then for his basking spot, I've just got this, which are, I believe there's 4 just pieces of brick that I've got these little, I think they're like paver stones on top of, so that he can get up there for the UVB and all of that. This holds humidity so well. Now I do live in a higher humid area, so the humidity inside my house actually stays around 60%, which sucks, but we're totally used to it. So I only have to spray it down really and truly for the isopods, just because the heat in the water dish and spraying it down keeps it where it needs to be. Other than that, but this enclosure is huge. Just so happy with how this came out. I feel like it turned out so beautiful. And the Zen Habitat enclosure was super easy to put together, of course. This is technically my 4th one. I guess it's my 4th and 5th enclosures to order because it's 2 enclosures put together, but I just really am happy with how well they hold up. And then because I know what we really care to see is Keanu, I'm going to try and entice him out with some super worms so you guys can watch him eat a little bit, and then that'll be it for today. Okay, let me see if I can get him to take another one for you guys. I just got him out kind of enough to where I could get him on camera. Now that he knows I have food for him, he'll come out a little bit better. There he goes. Come on. His tail is about to shed. It looks like he's got some face shed that's about to happen. But this is his new enclosure. I hope you guys liked it. And I'm going to work on getting him more comfortable in here because that's what's important. And hopefully he'll be back on track with his taming because he was doing really well with that. So anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure that you have subscribed so you don't miss any more future Tegu content and other reptiles. And if you have any video ideas for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below.